Yo, what's up guys, Elfios on here, and today we are going to be covering the last round of the PU Swiss tournament that I've been playing. So yeah, we are in in week 7 or round 7, doesn't matter how you call it. And yeah, I was playing last week in the semifinal as you saw in the earlier video. So I'm 5-1 currently. It could be really good to finish that with a strong 6-1. I'm playing this week versus a really good opponent, Termiii, which is actually a manager of the PU Premier League that unironically, I just been also drafted for that tournament. I'm really happy to have the chance to be playing with my friend Gorex and also ZS. I'll be a sub. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm really happy to be part of that team and also help as much as I can. So for the games for the set, um, I don't know what happened, but I've been unable to save the first game, so I don't have the replay of that game. The when I finished the set with Termi, they didn't save it as well. So we'll be going straight into the G2. G1, I won the first game with I think a strong win. It wasn't really close. I think Termi did played really well, but I had the edge with a very favorable matchup, so that helped me a lot. So it wasn't on them that they couldn't get it. So we'll get right into the game. So for the G2, we have a not a mirror, but you got some staples that are in there. So Lantern, Spidef, you got the Cider pivot. We got the Sendaconda will be really annoying for me. Heldegos for me with the spin, Giga Drain, Aromatherapy, and the Leech Seed. Unfortunately, I don't have Sleep Powder on that set, which could have been really useful. On the other hand, it's on the end of Termi, they have a really not strange but very specific set of Whimsicott with mono attacker Moonblast. You have Defog and Rest and Sleep Talk. I saw it during the scout, so I've been able to play a little bit around it, but we'll see how it goes. You have the boots, Magmortar that can be problematic, but I also have on my side the Assault Escalade that will help me to handle it. And to finish it, you have the always good Silvally Fairy that can finish the game with a sweep. So we'll get right into the game. I'm gonna lead with my lantern just to scout for whatever they are going to do. I expected rocks on that turn, but whatever, it works. So I'm getting a huge chunk on Sandekara, and why I did that decision is that first they can either rest or they can either predict the Eldegoss and go for the rock. So it was it was a little bit risky, yes, but I think that it was very unlikely that they would go for the double EQ on their hand. Plus, I risked the burn on the cider, which unfortunately I don't get, but it's not the end of the world. I'm able also to live the U-turn. I called it before trying to do this. I'm gonna rest. I put the rest on my lantern plus the aromatherapy on the Eldegoss. So I'm gonna pivot to bring to bring the Eldegoss on the lantern, and my plan at this point will be to avoid Sandaconda to be able to rest, because this Sandaconda is a huge threat to my team. So it blocks the Cypher, it blocks the Agron, it blocks it can hit very hard the Lantern. So and Silvally Fairy also have trouble to pass it. So I'm gonna Leash Seed to try to get a little bit of health. So I'm gonna pivot to the Scyther because I didn't know what was the set of the Togedemaru, even if it was very likely to be a Wish Pass. So I'm gonna scout for the Magmortar Scorching Fan. So I'm gonna pivot to my Gallade just to see if they have it. It doesn't seem. So I'm able to read the Lantern switch in and go directly for the Zenith Butt, getting a huge chunk on Whimsicott. Agron is coming in, and now I'm gonna double to my Gallade to prevent the Sun Dakota from coming in and to rest. I'm able to get another Zenith Butt crit, but it doesn't matter since they can rest. And I'm gonna read it and go directly to for the second Zenith Butt. At this point, my opponent doesn't know if I'm Muscle Dan, if I'm Scarf. I'm obviously not Choice Ben, but it doesn't know yet. So here, I could have just double Zenith, but knowing that they would scout for it. But I guess maybe they wouldn't try to. So I played safe and go for the close combat on the Cider coming in. So it's free return for them. And yes, I'm letting the Sandaconda to rest, unfortunately. So I'm going to Eligos just to bring another Leech Seed, and they are going to double, I think, yeah, to Sandaconda. Me on my Gallade, which is obviously a good switch in. I'm going to Leaf Blade the Sandaconda, which they get the second rest without the Shedskin, but on my end I missed the Zenith Bot, which could have been really useful, and like you see, it was a KO on Lantern. So Scyther is coming back. The U-turn is the knockoff plus U-turn. Yeah, is very good for them. So we'll see Agron going to go for a stealth track. Eldigo's coming in. No wake up for the Sun Nakana, which is really useful for me. Eldigo's going back. We are going to Agron. That's good for me. Unfortunately, at this point I can't deny the wake up from Syndicata, so I need to go back to Still Valley Ferry just to take advantage of that rest. And unfortunately, they get the Shedskin on the 4th turn, but I think I can't complain. So they get up rocks. I didn't want to Sword Dance again because I didn't know what was the set of the Syndicata, and here unfortunately, I make a bad decision because I know that they would never risk the Sandaconda since it's the only thing that can really keep in check the Lantern, the Scyther from going crazy. So I think I definitely should have Flame Charge, and if I did it, the game was almost over. Because Lantern goes down, Whimsicott goes down, Togedemaru can Spiky Shield once and try to PP stall me, to life stall me, sorry. And after Scyther goes down and Sandaconda goes down. So unfortunately, I don't get it, and I'm gonna pivot to Hagran to let it die. I'm gonna leave it and go to Sandaconda, and now I'm gonna revenge with my Silva Fairy. I didn't have really the choice at that point, I think. Maybe in retrospective, I could have gone to Heligos and tried to Leech Seed, go back to Silver Valley Ferry, try to do that, but I don't know if it would have worked. So I'm going to go back to Scyther, trying to go with the Speed Eye. Unfortunately, that is really bad because I missed the Dual Wing Beat. It would have done like 20% or something, but the thing is that I'm Brick Break on my Scyther, and as we see, it's just come short of kill, and it can be PV stall me with the Spiky Shield. Here I just tried to maybe get it on the on him taking advantage of me double switching, but it doesn't work. So unfortunately, so get the Spiky Shield, go up. They can Spiky Shield again because I'm Assault Vest, so I can't not click something that hits it. I'm gonna read it and go for the Zenith Butt to remove the Scyther. That's great for me. But here they're gonna Sleep Talk and get the first turn Moonblast. Unfortunately, one out of 3 options. Maybe nah. It's the point is that I couldn't go to Scyther because it dies, and it's also slower than Whimsicott. I can't go to Lantern because yes, it can go for the slow U-turn. That could have been an option. And I can't go to Eldegoss because Eldegoss doesn't touch Whimsicott at all. So And so we go back to Scyther. I can go for it. So they are going to play it. So yeah, here I'm going for I think for the double brick. Yeah, trying to catch the Togedemaru on fort. And at this point, I'm not gonna lie, things are going really bad for me because the sequence with Silva Leferi and Scyther was really bad for me. So I'm unable to pass the core of Wish Pass, Togedemaru, Sleep Talk, Whimsicott, etc. So I'm going to pause it to go faster because we will see also that it's a lantern with Water Absorb, which is not a bad thing for me because so I can pivot with the lantern, but I can't pass. So I can Giga Drain on Whimsicott. There's nothing. I'm going to do a slow volt switch. I'm going to go back to Giga Drain, trying to get some health back, but it just doesn't work. I'm going to Toxic the lantern, but anyway it got rest, so it doesn't matter. So I'll just getting fast here. So I'm trying to play aggressive with my Scyther to get some advantage, but I just can't pass a double switch. I'm trying to Toxic, going to trying to every time they get me with the Scald on the lantern, but so I'm going back here, lantern. It's not very useful. I'm trying to take the Togedemaru down, but it just doesn't work, and I'm one attack away from the Iron Barbs. And there we go. I'm going to just go faster. Here I try, and unfortunately it doesn't pass. So I'm just gonna forfeit at that point. So the second game goes for Termiii. Well played from them. I definitely could have improved on the, like I said, on the how I played the Scyther and how I played also the Sylvia Fairy that had a very good matchup. Unfortunately, yeah, the dueling beat miss was very unfortunate. It would have been the game much more easier for me, I think, in the end. But that's just the way it goes. It's the game we play. So we'll get to the game tree. So it's 1-1, like I said, due to the fact that I don't have the first replay to show you. In G3, we during between the G2 and G3, I was waiting for a long time for Termiii to choose their team, and when I saw the team, um, we can see that in the chat that I will be like telling them I think I can just go here. So like I said, I say I have fun as always, and they say you too. I answer I guess, because yeah, you can really have fun when you're facing stalls. So and they said that they just had anything that they had nothing to play a heater that was either more safe or more likely to win. So that's okay. So I'm not gonna complain. They can play it if they want. So for the matchup, so we can see here that it's a very stallish team that you get. So Will Wisp, Knockoff, Recover, Sableye. You got the Toxic, Unaware Quag. You got the Knockoff Toxic Odino. You got the Spiker Fur Seed. You got the Heal Bell Ace. Bell Haze, Articuno, and plus you got Toxic, Rock Blast, Rocks, Regirock. So on my side, I got the Sword Dance Sneasel. You got the Charizard Toxic Arcane Flamethrower. You got the Sleep Powder Eldegoss, which will be more useful than it was in the last game. You got the Wish Pass Togedemaru, the Rock Blast Toxic Classic Regirock, and you got also the Spike Pain Split Garbodor that will be really useful as a Toxic Absorber. So we'll get right into the game. I'm gonna lead with the Charizard, predicting the Ferroseed coming in because I wanted to avoid as much as possible the spike to entry. So here, turn one, I know that I can stall. You need to play aggressive because even if you don't, especially when you think that you don't have a good matchup. In stall, it stall is always about not losing. It's not about winning. It's about not losing. So they will always make the safe play uh, until the point that if they make the safe play, they could lose. So here they will never attack because my Eldegoss is so free. So they will try to either toxic or put rocks. So I'm trying to toxic the Regirak. Unfortunately for me, I dodged the toxic, which is fine for me. They are going for the rocks. I'm gonna put my spike to force at some point the fog on their end. I'm gonna body press the Fairy Seed, which is very useful for me. They're gonna spike. I'm gonna spike again, predicting them to switch to Sableye. I'm going to Charizard to try to prevent from regenerating. So Charizard is coming in. Audino can't really touch the Charizard, so I'm free to just spam a Toxic. So we'll see here. They can toxic me as well, but I have aromatherapy on Eldegoss. You're gonna wish fast to stabilize to prevent the spin, which is okay. But as I said, I'm faster than Sableye, and I have Sleep Auto, which will be very useful for me. I'm gonna get Giga Drain crit, which is very unfortunate for them, but I'll take it. I'll take it. So I'm gonna spam it. I'm going to go to the Articuno. I was here. Eldegoss is pretty bulky, so I was expecting them from not wanting to defog since Charizard will be really low after rocks. So I decided to leave the hit and try to spin on my hand. So it didn't work. I'm able to go back to my Regirock, trying to body press the opposing Regirock. They're gonna toxic me. I'm gonna put my rocks, I think. Yeah. I'm going back to here. Here I was on the Quag. I was predicting them to predict my Eldegoss and go to Articuno. So I'm able to hit the Audino. Unfortunately, I get only 2 hits, but doesn't really matter. I'm gonna body press, predicting them to stay in. And at that point, I'm forced to go out. I'm going back to Eldegoss, hitting Toxic, which is not the end of the world. I'm gonna aromatherapy just to cure everybody. So we'll go to Sneasel. Trying to, because at that point I see that all of the team is boots, except for Seed, of course, with the Violet. But since I want my hazards to make progress, I need to knock some stuff. So I'm beginning to knock stuff. Sneasel is going to be my dedicated knockers. Eldegoss is going to hit the Toxic, which is pretty fine. I'm going to double to prevent the entry of Fairy Seed, which is okay. I'm going to read it and go for the Toxic, I think. No, or Regain. Okay, which is okay. Go back to Garbodor to try to spike. I'm going to spike. I'm going to body press here if I remember. Yeah. Since Audino is forced to heal Bell, I can do that pretty comfortably. I'm gonna Gong Shot, trying to get the Articuno. Fortunately, I don't get the poison, but it's okay. I'm gonna body press here. Yeah. Unfortunately, it does 0 damage to Articuno. I didn't expect it to be so weak. So I can pivot pretty comfortably on my with my Togedemaru into Charizard, going back to the Regirock. I'm going to Toxic, predicting this. I'm going back to Garbodor to heat the Rock Blast. So the crit, it's okay. 3 hits. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna put a layer of spikes to put pressure on them again. So they predict me pretty well on that turn. I'm going back to Sneasel because I know that they will heat or defog or freeze dry, and that does nothing to Sneasel. I remove the boots of Quagsire, which is okay. Eldegoss is gonna come back. Again, I'm predicting the Ferocity entry, so I'm gonna go to Charizard. Odino is low at that point. I can pretty confidently hit the Hurricane, trying to save the Hurricane PP, going to the Flamethrower. I'm gonna be lucky on that sequence because I hit every every Hurricane, and here I read the so we'll go back one turn because here I see that the only way for my opponent to get back in the game is to get Audino higher and to being able to heal Bell and to wish. So here what I'm doing is that I know that they are going back to Audino because my Garbodor can't one OHKO the Audino at 56% or 50%. So I'm gonna read it and go back and go for another Hurricane. Fortunately for me, like I said, I hit them always, which is very good. So I'm able to bring down all the Pokemon. You get a huge amount on Quack, get the confusion, hit the second Hurricane again. So and at that point, my opponent is gonna forfeit. I know hitting so much Hurricane like 6 in a row is very lucky. So normally you Hurricane and Focus Blast are moves that are meant to miss, but hitting 6 in a row was kind of lucky. But I think that I played aggressive as I should have done, and also I was able to get some good reads on double switching, denying the entry of Ferroseed, trying to pressure as much as possible the Red Rock and the Audino. So I think that I played well. Termiii gave me some good advice at the after the game in the chat because I was they were saying that I played too aggressive, way too aggressive. In their opinion, I should have taken my time much more to be able to slowly but surely getting an advantage on my opponent's team. They said that I had a good matchup. I think that they were not wrong, but maybe not that of a good matchup. I think it was slightly in my favor because I had Spiker, Knocker, I had the Toxic Absorber, I had Aromatherapy, and Wish Pass also. So I think it was in my advantage. Not that good, but I think it was okay. So yeah, in the end, I finished this tournament with a strong 6-1. I think I'm pretty happy about it. I had a pretty tough week last week, so I was happy to end it on Sunday with that win. So getting also a good record for that tournament helps me getting points for the PU circuit. Maybe we'll see if I'm able to get to the playoff of the PU of the year. So we'll see how it goes. And so that will be the ending of the run of the PU Swiss. We'll get together for another tournament that are upcoming soon. And we have also the LCPL that is going on. And yeah, so stay tuned for the next reviews on our next live commentary. And also, if you like, you can like and comments down below. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care and goodbye.